Okay, so today, you guys, we're going to continue on with working on our area models, connecting area models to standard algorithm. So we're going to have our numbers just a little bit bigger. And we're just going to keep drawing those area models and connecting it to our standard algorithm, okay? So today, let's start with 814 times 39. So again, remember the first thing we want to do is we just want to draw a rectangle. We want to draw that rectangle big so that we can have room inside of our box to draw them. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 digits, so that means I need 3 columns, right? So there's my 3 columns. And I have 1, 2, so I'm going to draw in half on that side. Okay, then we're going to separate it out by place value. We're going to start with our first number. This is 800. That 8 is, remember, in the hundreds. Plus this is in the tens. Plus that is 4 ones. Right? Then over here, I'm going to do 9 plus 30. And you just have to remember, even if you do the 30 on top and the 9 on the bottom, it's okay. You're just flipping your ones in your tens place. Okay, and then off to the side, remember, we're going to have our equal sign because we're going to add them up all the way over here if we need to. Sorry, there we go. Add them all the way up. And then while we're doing this at the same time, we're going to connect it to, over here, the standard algorithm. So we put the first number on top and the second number on the bottom. So we're going to see how all our answers should be the same, our partial products. So this problem, remember, is going to be 800 times 9. We have 10 times 9, and we have 4 times 9. So 4 times 9 is 36. 10 times 9 is 90. And remember, I can think 8 times 9, well, that equals 72. And I'm going to add my 2 zeros behind there. Okay, so I'm going to highlight those so you can see those. I have 36, 90, and 72. So remember, I'm going to come off over here to the side, and I'm going to add those up so I can get my partial product, 90 and 36. Now remember to line up by your place value. We have to be careful. So 0 plus 0 plus 6 is 6. 9 plus 3 is 12. I regroup my 1. 1 and 2 is 3 and 7. So 7,326. Now when I come down here, when I do my 9, that I should get the same exact answer. So when I'm doing my standard algorithm, remember, I forget about my 3 for now. I pretend if that 3 is not there. I'm going to do 9 times 4 is 36. So I put my 6 and I regroup the 3. See, there was that 36 that we just did right there. We're just shifting. Remember, we had to regroup when we added the 9 and the 3. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Regroup. See, there's my, remember I did the regrouping right there and that 12. And then 9 times 8 is that 72 right there, but I have to add the 1 that I regrouped, so I get 73. So there is where my ones place. So these are the ones. Here's my ones place. When I multiplied everything times my ones place. Now I'm going to multiply everything by my tens place. So I'm going to still my 800. So I'm going to do 800 times 30. This is 10 times 30. And this is 4 times 30. So I have to remember I match it up. Same thing. I'm going to think, what is 8 times 3? Well, 8 times 3 is 24. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros to add on to the back of it. Here, I think 1 times 3 is 3. And I have 2 zeros to add on, sorry, my equal sign, to the back of it. 4 times 3 is 12. And I have 1 0 to add on to the back of it. So these are all our partial products for my tens place. So then I'm going to come off over to the side and I'm going to add them up for my tens place. Start with the largest, 24,000. 1, 2, 3. Make sure we line up by place value. 300 is the tens and 120 is my ones place there. And I'm going to add those up. 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 2. And I have nothing. And remember, this is my tens place over here. Okay, so now I have to find that. So now remember, over here, I'm not just multiplying by 3. It is 30. So that 0, I'm going to already place here because really it's not a 3 that I'm multiplying by. It is 30. So I'm going to do the same thing, right? I did 3 times 30 or times 4. 3. Remember, we thought about it as 4 times 3. So I'm going to think 3 times 4 is the 12. So I put my 2 and regroup my 1. 3 times 1, remember we did it right here. 3 times 1, which is 3, plus 1 is 4. We have that regrouping. Remember, cross off your other, and 3 times 4 is 24. That's right there. So you should be hearing some of the same thing. And look, it matches. I should have the same partial products. And now I have to add them up. So over here, the same thing. I would add all of them up if we were doing this. 24, 420, and 7, 326. If we were doing our area model. So 6, 4, 7, 11, regroup your 1, 3, and I should be getting the same thing over here. 6, 4, 7, 11, regroup, and 1. Oops, sorry, 3 there. So my answers check out. So your answers, you should be able to connect your area model to a standard algorithm. Start seeing that we are doing the same exact math problems. We are just doing them, and this is showing the place value of the two things. So I know exactly. It makes it a little bit easier for some of you to multiply that out. Okay, I'm going to flip my page. We're going to do one more problem. Okay, so one more problem together. We're going to do 624 times 82. Again, make a large rectangle so I have space to do my work in. I have 1, 2, 3, so that means I need 3 columns, and I have 1, 2, so I can divide it that way. Okay, this 6 is in this hundreds place, so it's 600. The 2 is in the tens place, so it's 20, and the 4 is in the ones place, so it's a 4. Then I'm going to bring my 82 on this side, my 2 plus 8. So remember, we're separating it out by place value. And then we're going to just, and down here on the bottom, here is my standard algorithm that I'm going to do alongside. I'm connecting. So remember today's lesson, you had to connect it to the standard algorithm. You still have to solve it with the area model, but we have to make the connection between the area model and the partial products and what our answer is down here. So the problem that would go here is I have my 600 times 2, 600 times 2. I'm in my 20 times 2. So remember, this is my ones times all of these. And 4 times 2. And these are going to be equals, equals, equals. Well, I think, remember, 6 times 2 is 12, and I add my 2 zeros in. 2 times 2 is 4, and so remember when we're doing that down below, we're doing the 4 times 2 or the 2 times 2. These things you should hear. 4 times 2 is 8. So these are our partial products for the ones place. So if I bring it off over here to the side and I add my partial products up, 1200 plus 40, don't forget to line it up by place value, please. 8, 4, 2, 1. So this is for the ones. So this is when I multiply everything times my ones. So now if I come down here, we're forgetting about the 8 since we're just doing the ones place. 2 times 4 is 8. See, we did that. 2 times 4 is 8. We got it right there. Then did we not do 2 times 2? So 2 times 2, right, is 4. Yes, it's actually, remember that it is a 20, but we're just using the 0, not right now. And then 2 times 6 is 12. Right? So we have 12, 48. So it's checking out. My ones place is checking out with the partial and the area model. Okay, now I'm going to do my problems for my tens. 600 times 8. Ooh, and look what we forgot to make that an 80 there. There we go. 80. It's okay. See, mistakes happen. Then 20 times 80. Then 4 times 80. And now we're just going to go back and we're going to look at our beginning digits and do that way. So 4 times 8 is 32. Add my 1 0. 4 times 8 again is 16. Sorry, 2 times 8 and add my 2 zeros. So 1600. And 6 times 8 is 48. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, add my 8 zeros. Now remember, if you need to use your multiplication chart to help you with some of these facts right now, do that, or use your fingers. Please do so. Now I'm going to come over and add all of these up to get my partial product. 48,000 plus 1,600. Make sure you are lining up by place value again. So 0, 2, 9, 8. Oh, that's a 9 there, and a 4. So, and this is my tens place. So now I'm going to come down here and multiply by my tens place. Remember this 0, we have the 8. So we're putting the 0 that belongs over here. That 0 from there, I'm bringing it right down into here. So we're always going to do that. So whenever you start to multiply by the tens, we will always have our 0 here. So think about this. 8 times 4, did we not do? 8 times 4. So it's already here for you, 32. So we leave our 2 and we regroup the 3. Okay, now 8 times 2, did we not do 8 times 2? 8 times 2 was 16, but I got to remember to add my 3, so that 19. Regroup my 1. 8 times 6, we did it, it's 48, plus 1 is 49. Okay. Then, okay, so you can see all our partial products line up. I have the same. So if I were to bring these down over here, 49, 920 plus 12, 48. Right? So I add my two partial products like we've been doing in our area model. We should have the same 8, 6, 11, 11, and 51. So let's see, 8, 6, 11, regroup my 1, 11, regroup my 1, so 51. So 51,168. So today, again, you're just working on continuing to connect your area model to the standard algorithm and see the pattern in the relationship.